Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bead and Chat. um, oh, I already have a comment. I didn't even start yet. Hey V, how are you, my dear? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Welcome to Bead and Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest, hopefully, Shy Rosalind. I am also the owner, chief cook and bar washer of Pond's Edge Designs. You can purchase any of the projects that are created on Beat and Chat through my web store, ponsedgedesigns.net. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. I am also simulcasting on Facebook as we speak. And yes, I am a little early tonight. Um, Her Majesty and I got into an argument, and she has stormed off into her bedroom. So I'm hoping she stays there for the duration of the show. As some of you or most of you know, I am a caregiver to my 90-something-year-old parent and a sibling with autism. My sibling is so cool, and I am blessed that he is my sibling. And I'm blessed to have my mother, but she may interrupt the show. If that happens, I may have to mute my mic for a moment or two. Um, that's what happens. That is the life I am living. I am also a cancer survivor, and unfortunately, next week will not be a beat in chat because I have to have another test. Um, so to be transparent, um, I have to have a colonoscopy, and most of you who are at least 45 years old know what I'm talking about. And I will probably do a short video about that, but I have to have a colonoscopy because they found something in my colon on a CAT scan. Oh, thrill. So, no beat and chat next Saturday. The test is next Friday. I don't know what kind of mood I'm going to be in. So, um, you know, if I'm feeling up to it, maybe I'll do it Sunday instead of Saturday. We shall see. What other housekeeping? Oh, I am getting close to 100 subscribers. So when that happens, I will have a party. I am looking forward to it. I saw that I have a new subscriber. Their first name begins with E. I cannot pronounce it, so I'm not going to butcher it. So thank you for becoming a subscriber. I greatly appreciate it. So tonight won't be a long one, but I wanted to show you guys. I finished the spiral bead necklace that I have been working on the past couple of episodes. What I did earlier today, I created a bail using the same spiral stitch and created a bail for the donut. It's cool because you can wear this necklace either way. It's gorgeous on either side, so you can wear the necklace either side. I was going to use a metal bail. I was going to do a wire bail, but I decided to just go ahead and do the bail in with the same beads and the same style of stitch. So this is actually completed. I will take a picture of it and post it later. And what I did, I recycled some chain that I had from a necklace from the magic box. Y'all who have been following me know what the magic box is. Um, and I'm recycling some chain, and I attached the beadwork to the chain, and that is the clasp. It has an extender, so it's 16 inches of the actual beads, and then the clasp, the extender is like a 2.5 inch extender. So let me just put this to the side. So that was that project is finally done. I have to clean it up. I got to trim off some threads and stuff like that, make it nice and neat. But it's essentially done. So tonight I was trying to figure out what to do, and I am going to adjust my camera I know some people don't like the motion when my camera moves too much. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, and I just hope you guys can really see what I'm doing. I just don't want to get my hands under here and then bump the camera every time I have to lift something up. So what I'm going to try and do tonight, I'm going to make a comb. I've made a bunch of these and they are in my shop. Now, if you guys remember last time we made a pair of earrings with these really cool um poly beads, and I'm going to make a comb to match. I'm hoping it works out. I still have, this is one of the two beads I have left, and I'm going to use the light purple, and I have some peach beads that I'm going to use. Wait, oh, this is white. Hello, peach. Okay, these are peach. And yes, these are pill containers. I don't need one in it. These are pill containers, y'all. I tell you, it's a pain to have to take um prescription medicine, but let me tell you, sometimes these bottles come in really handy. So anyhow, so I'm gonna set this up. I'm using a blank 3-inch comb, beads that are left over from last week. Oh, thank you, my dear. Yes, yes. My cousin sent me I call it the magic box, a couple months ago when both her parents passed. My aunt and uncle. She had a bunch of costume jewelry and stuff like that that my aunt was trying. Some of it she bought for herself, and some of it she was actually trying to sell. Um, it's kind of funny. They were Seventh Day Adventists, so they're not into jewelry. But here's my aunt trying to sell costume jewelry to make extra money. Yeah, funny. So my cousin sent me a box of stuff, and there's some things that I have made previously, reusing stuff that she sent me out of the box. And the chain is from a necklace. Um, yeah, it's kind of I didn't realize the irony of it. Yeah. Interesting story. Yeah. I didn't realize the irony of it all until she sent me the box and I'm going through it and then it dawned on me. So wait a minute, that's 7 Day Adventist. They don't really do jewelry. Why was she trying to sell costume jewelry? It was hysterical. Um so um so I'm going through the box, and I have actually, I think I showed this a couple weeks ago. I have a couple of um I call it inspirational jewelry. I'm going to reuse these too. I'll probably change up the chains and stuff like that, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Um you guys might be hearing some stuff in the background. They're having some kind of picnic or barbecue in the park that I live across the street from. So you might from time to time hear some stuff. I apologize in advance. So I'm gonna try and make this comb to match the earrings. Um my only thought is this bead might be a little big for the comb, but we shall see. I'm using some 26 gauge copper wire, or copper color wire, I should say. Oh my god. Somebody would Let me get rid of this phone call, y'all. I use my phone, and somebody tries to call me. This person thinks I'm their therapist. They call me every flipping day. But yeah. Anyhow, so this is 26 gauge wire. I usually use 24 or 22 gauge wire because it's a little heavier. But I'm going to try it with 26 since the color kind of goes along with the comb. So let me snip this. Give me 1 second. I didn't. Let me measure how many inches I got here. I don't do a lot of measuring unless I'm working on like the spiral stitch or a Tila bead bracelet. Then I'll measure. This is about a foot, but usually I just kind of measure by sight. It's like, yeah, this looks like it's enough, and then I just do my thing. There we go. I don't think I need. If I need more, or if I have to back it up, I'll back it up. So, um, while I work on this, let's chat about what's going on in the week. Um, I've been a little behind on catching up with these YouTube streets because I'm trying to gather myself together for next week. Um, I'm trying to get ready for this colonoscopy, and I had to run to the store and get the stuff because you have to do that cleanse the night before, and you can only have a liquid diet the day before. And I mean, I've had a colonoscopy before. I had one a couple of years ago, and about 3 years ago, actually, I had my first one, and everything was fine. Everything was good. I wasn't due to have. Why are you giving me trouble? Okay, we'll just do it this way. I wasn't due to have another one until next year. I think next year. Yeah, it's next year. Um, but unfortunately, yeah, I mean, some people, if they find polyps, even if they're benign, you have to have a colonoscopy, I think yearly at that point. Um, I was not due for another one. And um, what had happened was I've had a hysterectomy, so I'm technically a cancer survivor. And as part of the follow-ups, every 6 months, and I'll probably do a video about this separately, but every 6 months I have to have a blood test called a CA-125. And I took my blood test. It had always been low, low, low. Everything was good, good, good for 2 years straight because I had my hysterectomy in 2021. So the other day, well, actually, not the other day, a couple months ago, I was having some tummy issues. And I said, this is weird. I'm having tummy issues. I haven't had tummy issues in a while. So I went to my primary care doctor because I always go there first. And she said, you know what? Why don't you have a history of which this is probably TMI. You have a history of hemorrhoids. Why don't you just go to the colorectal surgeon? Sorry, let me show you guys what I'm doing. And you know, just just have them, take a look at it, take care of the hemorrhoids. You should be fine. Okay. So I talk to the colorectal surgeon, and she's like, yeah, take a stool softener for a couple of months and then come back. So I started doing and I'm basically putting my peach beads on first. And so I tried to do the regimen she gave me. And the first 3 weeks in, I was having so much trouble. It was just so uncomfortable and so painful. And I talked to a friend of mine who's into like holistic medicine, and she says, you know what? First of all, just wrap it. She said, first of all, eat a banana or two to get the immediate effect. And then she said, bump up your spinach and kale and stuff like that. And she said, just keep drinking extra water. So I did. And oops. There we go. So basically, I'm just stringing these on, and then I'm gonna put one of these light purple ones on. They look like candy, don't they? They kind of look like what's that candy? Sweet tarts. That's what they look like. So I'm going to string this one on. See how that goes. Okay. So it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is just wrap this wire here. And I'm going to do it double just so it stays in place. And it's okay if it, bumps up above the top of the comb. That's okay. So, anywho, I went to do the holistic stuff and it was helping. I was feeling good. And my aunt called, I was talking to my aunt. She's a retired nurse. And she said, drink some aloe vera juice. And I said, okay, I'll try that. So I started drinking the aloe vera and I was feeling really good. I said, oh my God, it works. My tummy was feeling better. Ah, shoot, I hate when that happens. I went to the floor. Darn it. Okay. I was feeling really good. I said, okay. So I go in for my checkup with the GYN oncologist, and she says your blood test is high. I said, what? My blood test is high. So I waited a couple of weeks. I stayed off the aloe vera because they thought maybe that's why, just all of a sudden it just got high. And let me try. Actually, no, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep stringing these. So, anyhow, short version, long story. I retook my blood test, and the score actually went up even more. So they said, okay, something's going on here. And I said, well, I'm still having the tummy issue, but it's not as bad. And they said, okay, you know what? Let's do a CAT scan. So they did a CAT scan. And shout out to Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. They're awesome. And had the CAT scan. And they said, oh, well, no, we'll give you a call in like a day or two. I said, all right, fine. I had my CAT scan at 10 o'clock in the morning. I got home around 12. My oncologist calls me at 1:30. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate all prayers all prayers are appreciated. I got home. I took the test at 10 o'clock in the morning. I got home at 12. My GYN oncologist calls me at 1:30 in the afternoon and she says, you need a colonoscopy ASAP. I said, okay. And she told me what the radiology report came back as. And um now like I said, shout out to Mount Sinai. They're really cool. But I really think the radiologist was a little dramatic in his report. I read the report. I said, damn, son, you were trying to kill me off already? So, um, let me, whoops, let me undo this for a second. I want to add a bead. So, that's why I have the colonoscopy next Friday. That was the fastest they could get me in, which is pretty fast when you think about it. So they found something in my colon that didn't look right. And they also found something sitting on my liver that they don't like. So, I'm like, all right, let me go get this colonoscopy and get it over with. Um, so at this point, I am feeling very calm. I had several people praying over me, and I hooked up with a young lady who is a pancreatic cancer survivor for 5 years. She's not taking any medicine. Here we go. This is what we got so far. And she's not taking any medications. She's doing like a holistic regimen, and she sent me her regimen. It's a little strict. But she also sent me an ebook of foods that are good for fighting cancer. And she sent that to me. So I'm using that as a guide in the meantime. I've made a ton of adjustments to my diet. There's certain things that I have given up, which does this look even? It looks off. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna make a change here. Um, so I've made some extra changes to my diet. I've cut out some stuff completely. I just can't risk eating some things that I used to eat. I'm and I actually don't miss some of the things I gave up, like cake, cookies, sugar, because they said sugar feeds cancer. So I gave that up. Um, fruit is okay. So I'm still having my fruit. I'm having extra. Yeah, this actually looks a little better. Um, I'm having, extra vegetables, extra fruits. I've been mixing stuff. Um, so, I think, I mean, my gut tells me, my gut, no pun intended, tells me that, I think it's going to be caught early enough where I'm sure I'm going to have to do some radiation treatment, which I did when I had my hysterectomy. So, you know, I'm not afraid of it. I've, been there, done that. Um, no t-shirt yet, but I'm not nervous about that. I'm not nervous about the colonoscopy. I'm just more nervous about my liver. I didn't like hearing that there was something on my liver. That's not making me feel very comfortable. But it is what it is. I have a lot of support. Unfortunately, I cannot. Oh, this needs to be higher. I can't really say anything to my mom about it because she's not going to understand, and sometimes she doesn't know who I am, so I can't tell her. I can't tell my brother because again, he has autism. He can kind of understand some stuff, but I can't tell him anything because he's not really going to get that, your sister is sick, kind of sick a little bit. When I had the hysterectomy, he was a little confused about it. So I'm kind of winging it, folks. At least in my immediate household, I am on my own, but I was on my own once before with the hysterectomy, so and it all worked out. So I am not afraid this time around either. Okay. Come on, get up there. Okay. So this is what I have so far for the comb. I'm just gonna well, you know what? Let me add a bead or two. So that's my story, and it is what it is. I do feel healthier, and I've lost 16 pounds, which for me is a lot. I've lost 16 pounds since January. I didn't realize why I was losing the weight because I really wasn't trying, but now I understand why, I was losing it. So, which is good actually. It's better to be lighter, especially when you're going into a colonoscopy. The less weight you're carrying, the easier it is for them to um access what they need to access. So anyhow, that's my story, y'all. So enough about me. Prayers are appreciated. I will keep um yeah, it's good. Um yes, it is good to be lighter. The last time um I had one, the doctor I went the previous colonoscopy, the same doctor had done my mother's colonoscopy. It was so funny. Um and he basically said, "Oh, I see why this looks even. All right, it will still work." So this is what we have so far, folks. And he had said the same thing. He said the next time I needed a colonoscopy to try and drop some weight because there was one section of the colon that they were having trouble getting to. I was actually showing signs of distress even though I was under anesthesia. So this time around, I'm a way lighter than I was. So it should go a lot more smoothly. But we'll see. What we'll see. It depends on what they take out and how it comes back. In the back of my head, I kind of suspect that okay, yeah, there's probably colon cancer hanging out in there. But they are going to take out whatever it is needs to be taken out. So, you know, I'm expecting as good of an outcome as possible considering the situation. So, all right. So what I'm doing here, folks, I'm just trying to smooth this out a little bit. I may snip the end. I'm trying to tuck it, but I may end up snipping it. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And I'm going to try and add this to it in the middle, kind of. I don't know how it's going to look. I'm not sure. It's because it's kind of big. Um, but we'll see. Let me get another piece of wire. Let me wrap it up. See how it comes out. So these YouTube streets, child, I haven't had much time to really um follow some stuff. I'm still catching up. Um, if if you are interested in hearing more about Voldemort and his brother, I'm suggesting you visit Duke the Don's channel. Come on, cut. Okay, there we go. Because he has been doing extensive coverage about Voldemort and his brother. And if y'all don't know who I'm referring to, Andrew is the first name of the person that I'm referring to. I don't use his name because I did a reaction video to why is this thing getting all tangled? What the freak? How far down is it tangled? Oh my god. Okay. Let me put this aside. I may have to snip this thing and redo it. Whoops. I'm sorry, guys. My wire's just like unraveling. What the heck? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Let me just twist this up. I don't use this very often, so I'm kind of surprised that it's unraveling like it is. Let me put this to the side. I'll figure that out later. Um, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm just gonna adjust this. Okay, there we go. So yeah, visit Duke the Don if you want to talk about want more information about Voldemort and his brother. It's getting interesting. They filed a appeal because they wanted to come off of house arrest and be able to travel about in Romania. Um, and it was a 2-1 as far as the judges were concerned. The judges came back and said, "Nope, you're still on house arrest, my dears. Y'all can't leave because they are a flight risk. They have 4 passports." So, I think this might be the best way to do it. Yeah. They have 4 passports in 4 different countries. So, yeah, no, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. But they are doing a whole bunch of interviews and they're putting out their own videos and claiming their innocence, yada, yada, yada. So, go to Duke the Don. He's got plenty of info. But there is one. Speaking of messy, those of you, I'm gonna recommend a channel, and I've recommended her channel before. Her name is Pam. I think Pam Esquire. I think it's Pam the People's Intellect or something like that. Pam Esquire. She is an attorney and she reviews cases and stuff like that. She's the one that she does a lot of reviews on well, not reviews but reactions on the good Bishop Whitehead. Oh, and I got to talk about him in a minute too. But she reacted to a um You're so yeah, I see you, V. I know. I saw you in her chat a couple of times. She's really cool. I like her channel. I really like it a lot, and I definitely recommend her. Um, so she reviewed a case that I think this case was already decided. There is a lady called the Kitchenista, and a couple of years ago she um spoke out against this guy called well, his trade name is Darius Cooks. Folks call him Darius Crooks because he apparently has major issues. There are a ton of complaints with the Better Business Bureau of him, people ordering stuff and not receiving it. Um, there was I remember this so well. There was a video of a young lady who received a cake. He sells baked goods and cookware and cookbooks. And this young lady ordered a cake. The cake came and it was, I think it was spoiled or something wasn't right with the cake. It was supposed to come with a packet of frosting to put on the cake, and it either didn't have the frosting or the frosting was no good. It was. I remember that video very well. Um, he also was doing these dining experiences, and what he would do instead of like getting renting a catering hall and just doing it in a catering hall or in a proper place for food, he would rent out Airbnbs and have people show up to the Airbnb. um he got into trouble with no, it was Airbnb he got into trouble with. He got banned from Airbnb because he was using people's homes for a commercial purpose and not a not personal purpose. One of his former employees had an Airbnb account, and she almost lost her account because um he allegedly damaged the home that was rented under the employee's name. So I've heard about this guy. I've heard about quite a few of the issues people have with him. Let me move this over a little bit. I want to try and get it. So anyway, the yeah, this I've been kind of following this for a while. I don't remember how it popped up. Um oh, I know why. There's a channel called Vale. Lavelle is his name, but his channel, I think it's called Vale Bees, his channel. I've subscribed to him. And he was talking about the Sweetie Pie's case, and what had happened with Sweetie Pies. And one of the playlists on his channel was about Darius Crooks because he was his very close friend for a while. And it's a whole mess. It's a whole hot mess. Anyway, the Kitchenista sued Darius Crooks and another person. um I think it was last year. I think Pam said the case was like a year old or something like that. um so now I'm trying to remember how it went. The Kitchenista is suing Darius, or sued Darius, because he doxed her. And y'all know what doxing is. It basically is taking someone's personal information, including their address, phone number, and a social security number, and you're putting it out for anybody to see. Um, and there's and you do it in retaliation for something that the other person you don't like did. So he doxed her, there was a couple that had also had issues with Darius Crooks, and he threatened to dox them, and he posted picture of the wife and their two children and did not blur out their children's faces. So he exposed the children unnecessarily. So the couple went to the kitchenista, asked for help. She was kind of helping them a little bit because she was having the same issue with Darius Crooks. And something happened. Um, there was some kind of non-communication or miscommunication between the couple and the kitchenista. So you have Darius doxing the kitchenista, and I think it was her that said he kind of he may have allegedly stolen recipes from her and put them in his cookbook. I think that's the lady. And so there was some kind of issue going on between the couple that she was originally helping and her. So the kitchenista ended up suing both Darius Crooks and the couple. Ciao. And the Pam had all the details. So you can go to her channel and you can and basically you can even look up. I think this was from a year ago, so I think the case was already decided. But the interesting thing is how these YouTube streets and these internet streets can get ugly quickly. And that was something Pam was like, "Oh my God, y'all are crazy." Because in the lawsuit there was details about how, okay, come on, Wire, just do what I want you to do. There were details about how how many followers the kitchenista had and how many followers Darius Crooks had. And I'm gonna keep calling him Darius Crooks because they were just Darius Crooks. It was so bad that the local news station was following up on Darius Crooks with him renting the Airbnbs. They found him at an Airbnb. I'm sorry, I had to segue just a moment. They found him at an Airbnb prepping for one of his dining experiences, and he wasn't supposed to be doing that. And they knocked on the door, and he's like, "No comment," and shut the door in the reporter's face. So yeah, it was bad. So anyhow, anywho, yes, it truly a mess. But the thing that Pam brought up is how the courts have to start adjusting these defamation and libel and defamation and stuff like that, these types of lawsuits, and even I think even like, oh no, don't come loose, you're supposed to tighten. um and even like a copyright question or something like that. Social media, it's the social media aspect of these types of lawsuits are something the courts are going to have to start adjusting to, because as people gain followers, and if they have a huge following and they're earning money, because one of the things that the kitchenista brought up in her lawsuit was that it was affecting her income because she was earning money from opportunities that were coming up because of her following. And I'm just twisting this wire a little bit, guys. I'm hoping this works. I think it's going to be okay. I wasn't sure, but it might work. Let me snip this. Oh, uh-oh. Where'd that wire go? Oh, I hope the wire didn't go to the floor because I'll be stepping on it. And Yes. Hot mess. I had to put that comment back up there because that's truly a hot mess. So this is what we have so far. I'll probably adjust it a little bit. But so to point out, oh crapola. Struggle beating. I snipped the wrong wire, y'all. I snipped the wrong how did that happen? Lord have mercy. Talk about a hot mess. Okay. Snipped the wrong wire. I can't believe I did that. Okay, so we gonna undo this. Let me undo this real quick. I can't believe I did that. Snip the wrong. Yeah. Oh no, indeed. I don't know how that happened. And it's funny because the big bead's still hanging in like it's nothing. Okay. That's wild. Let me undo this. Luckily, I got plenty of wire. Just un. There you go. I'm just gonna undo this. Luckily, it wasn't the whole thing, but yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe just one little snip. Oh, luckily, it's not a hard fix. All right, so put this away. Let me get another piece of wire. Luckily, I don't need too much. So, to Pam's point, it was yeah, probably only need like about this much. See, I don't measure. I just go by sight. I don't know if I get that from my mom or what. Because my mom used to do that. She didn't always use a tape measure. Sometimes she would just do it by sight. Um, okay, so let's fix this. So, to Pam's point, she's her thing was, with social media, with social media being um a lot of people's livelihoods, there's it comes down to the money, honey. And with that aspect of it, the courts have to start adjusting or may have to start adjusting how they rule on cases of copyright and defamation and that kind of thing, especially the defamation and the copyright. Um, and of course, it's going to end up being a state by state, state by state and case by case basis. But Pam said, um, a lot of these types of cases are, they're affecting people's livelihoods. So we're going to start seeing more of these. Yeah, okay, this works. This will work. Okay, we're fixing this. We're going to start seeing more and more cases like this. So it's food for thought. It's definitely food for thought. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap this back here. And I'm not going to snip it. Let me just get it turned. I'm kind of glad I used a slightly thinner wire because it was easy to fix the issue. I'm not 100% happy with this, but I'll sit with it for a day or so and see how I feel by like Monday, Tuesday, and then see. I'm not gonna snip it. I'm just gonna wait and see. So this is what we have so far. So yeah, it doesn't look. It looks a little off. Something's off. I'm not. Oh, this isn't really centered properly. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm probably gonna redo this a little bit, but this is what we have so far. So yeah, it's food for thought. Um, And she's right, it's all about the money. And she was shocked at how messy the case was, but I wasn't shocked because I've been watching and following along with some of um this stuff for a while, and especially the manosphere stuff, because that's where a lot of the grift and a lot of the money and a lot of the oh, of course, I'm going to post a picture of the necklace, because I finished the necklace, so I'm definitely going to post that. I'm going to post it in my community page here on YouTube as well. So I'm definitely going to post this one. um this one I may post it, just but it's probably gonna end up being a work in progress. But I'm gonna post them both. So I'm gonna post it here on YouTube, and I'm also gonna post it on Instagram. And if I have time tomorrow, after I clean up the necklace, because I think I have to put the earrings in the store. So they will all there will be pictures for everything. So yes, definitely I will have pictures of you, no problem. um and oh, that was the other piece of housekeeping. I am not taking custom orders at this time. I did a few, but until I get through what I have to get through with my tests and stuff, because my schedule's gonna probably change a bit. No, I mean, not my beat and chat schedule, but um my day-to-day schedule is probably going to change a bit, because I'm probably going to have radiation therapy, and that's usually twice a week. So things are going to change a little bit. But yes, I will definitely get the pictures up, don't worry. um so I'm not taking any custom orders right now, because I can't guarantee how soon things are going to get done and get shipped and all that stuff. So anyhow, but yes, definitely, I was not surprised. Um I'd never seen it as a lawsuit before. Was quite detailed, but as far as the grift and the money and the beef and the fighting between channels, and people trying to get other people's channels removed, and copyright strikes, and it's all about protecting their wallets. That's why I did the series It Happened One Night. It's all about the money. So I just never seen it in a lawsuit format. It was interesting to see. But I know there are quite a few channels out there that I would not be surprised if we start seeing um more lawsuits popping up. um I will stay in my own corny corner of YouTube. Yeah, V, I hear you. That's why I didn't do the other episode of It Happened One Night yet. I want to, because there is a YouTube bully that I kind of want to tell people to stay away from. I just literally haven't had time to do it with everything else I got going on. Health comes first, and then I will do that episode. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of stay in my little crafty corner, my healthcare corner. That's probably the next video you will see from me. I'll be talking about, you know, what happens when you have a colonoscopy, why you have one. I'll probably do something like that. It will most likely be yeah, it's a lot. um, that will probably be pre-recorded. Just because it's a little easier. I have to gather a lot of information, and it's easier for me to do it as a presentation when it's something like that than going live. um I want to see you get Your mouth to God's ears, girl. I want to see you get to 500 subs and the required hours and get into. Yeah. I heard about that. I asked about that on Tuber Chat the other day. The new monetization things. You know, I get there. I get there. I'm not gonna stress about it. Um, if I get there, I get there. I mean, I'm having fun doing this. As long as I'm having fun, it's like a relief for me. And I can show people that I make stuff. I'm not that $5 jewelry. I won't say the name. Paparazzi. Uh, oops, did I say the name? I didn't mean to. But truly handmade gifts. Truly handmade stuff, and I want to show people that yes, you know, it handmade. It takes time, it takes effort, but I enjoy it. This is good for me. You know, it's kind of like my therapy because Lord knows I ain't got no time for a therapist. um, so you know, I'm having fun. Hey, I've actually gotten like 3 or 4 orders, you know, and I've had someone. Well, she is a friend of mine, but I've had people go to my website and order stuff, you know, from seeing me do the stuff on YouTube. So you know, that helps too. You know, so if I get orders, I get orders. That's cool. I actually prefer to get orders. Um, that actually because I can get my inventory out of the house and get people wearing my stuff. And I actually prefer that. But hey, if I get monetized on YouTube, that works too. That's cool. I have no problem with it. So you know that that's what it is. But I enjoy it. I'm having fun doing it. I just hope people are having fun watching this. And if you learn a little something along the way, that's cool too. So questions are always welcome. Comments are always welcome. Likes are free. If you tell a friend or 2 or 3, that is always appreciated as well. Subscribers are always appreciated. And I think I'm at 96 subscribers. So you know, I get to 100, we have a party. So, one way or the other, we gonna have a party. So hopefully that will happen soon. Um, let's see. So I will be posting pictures. Once I'm shut down here, I'm gonna put some pictures up on Instagram so you can follow me there. At Pond's Edge Designs or Shy Rosalind NDB. I'm gonna put those up, and I will put some pictures on my community tab here on YouTube as well. So spread the word, spread love, and I will see you guys probably not next Saturday, maybe next Sunday, depending on how I feel. And this is probably going to be a work in progress. This might change, but I'm going to put a picture up anyway. So I think that's it. V, thank you so much for stopping by, my dear. I always appreciate you. Thank you for sharing my channel and all that good stuff. Um, you are awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, please check out VS Speaks Royally. She is the maven of all things Meghan and Harry and royal family and all that good stuff. So if that's what you're into, definitely check out her channel, please, please, please. Um, and also check out Pam Esquire. I will yes, thank you, my dear. And yeah, I will definitely put up an update once I have my test, depending on how fast they call me back. But like I said, I am calm about it. I know something's there. They're going to get everything out. And then it's just a matter of the next step. So I've been through it once before. So here's round 2. So yeah. So hopefully I will see you guys probably next Sunday, depending on how I feel. And otherwise, I will catch y'all around. Please follow VS Speaks Royally. Please check out Pam Esquire. Um, and I will catch you all on the next one. Thank you for joining me tonight and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.